Recent violence has Grand Rapids Chief of Police heading to City Hall. He's talking about the problems and explaining what officers and the community are doing about it. 24 Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey's live at Martin Luther King Park in Grand Rapids with more on this story. Joe?
Yeah, Brian, it is a strange situation. Murders, robberies, rapes, all those serious crimes and numbers are down. But aggravated assaults, especially those cases where a gun is a weapon of choice, are up. Stepped up enforcement and more things for young people to do, including hanging around and working around the pool, are part of the battle plan. It has been a long, hot June and July in some Grand Rapids neighborhoods. Aggravated assaults, the crimes in which the attacker has every intent on inflicting damage on the victim, and oftentimes with a dangerous weapon, are up 10% as of July.
I would like an airhead, please.
PJ Taylor and DL Mobley have learned to avoid that kind of trouble.
There's too much drama going around in the streets right now. We just trying to keep our heads on straight.
But it's young men about the ages of DL and PJ that have caused the trouble on the streets, according to Grand Rapids Police Chief.
We're really talking about 17, 24-year-old group, and what is available for them. Many of them that drop out of school, that are not employed, find it difficult to have adequate, wholesome things to do.
Belk says his officers are stepping up enforcement efforts. Curfew arrests are on the increase. More firearm-related arrests are taking more guns off the streets. But Belk says it'll also take some more creative, community-generated solutions. PJ and DL are part of one of those solutions. They're working at the ML King Park pool as part of a program to keep kids off the streets.
Here, I'm keeping myself occupied so I won't have other bad stuff to do, all that, gangs and stuff. It's not me. I don't like to be around stuff like that.
The effort's run by the Nealon Avenue Church with help from the ML King Park Neighborhood Association and the federal government's Weed and Seed program. 17s and young adults are working the concession stands and keeping the place clean. Now, the program can't keep every teen occupied and out of trouble, but at least it's a start.
Yeah, we working and trying to stay positive, pretty much.
Now, some perspective on all of this. Chief Belk says while the recent uptick in assaults has him concerned, go back 10 years, you'll find a much bigger problem. 1,600 aggravated assaults were a typical statistic if you go back a decade ago. Last year, there were under 1,000 in Grand Rapids. Belk says while the overall numbers are headed in the right direction, they still have to deal with these spikes. Back to you.
Joe, thank you. You can find out more about crime in your area by going online. Head to woodtv.com and go to our web link section. There you'll find a mapping tool that shows where crimes have been committed in your neighborhood.
New information.